Hi everyone and welcome back to Marion K Tarot. This is going to be a reading for the week commencing the 9th until the 15th of September. And I decided to go vintage for this week's reading. And I pulled out my very first tarot deck. Okay, and we've been through some stuff, me and this deck. Okay, I got it in 1996. So that's how old I am. Shh, don't tell empty. Yeah, as you can see, I mean, the box is holding up not too bad for a tuck box. But yeah, we've been through some stuff. So it's the Dragon Tarot. And what we're going to do is we're going to pull 3 cards and we're going to see what energies we've got coming up this week. Okay, so hope you're all doing alright. Hope last week wasn't too iffy for you. Hope it was okay. And if not, then this is a new week. We can make some choices and decisions together. Okay. So I think every day, every week is an opportunity to start again. You don't have to wait for a particular time of year or a particular time of the month. Yeah, there's better times than others, but when you make the decision, that's you. Okay, let's see. 3 cards for the week ahead, please. Week commencing the 9th to the 15th of September. Right, let's see. Okay. So I just love this deck. It makes me so happy. Okay, so the first card we have got Judgment. That's better. Then we have got the 2 of Swords. Okay. And then we've got the Hanging Dragon. There we go. So what's happening this week? You know, we've got 2 major arcana and we've got a minor arcana here. Now, initially what I'm thinking is, you know, there's a very there's a watery feel, there's quite an emotional feel about this week. 9th to 15th of September is, for a lot of reasons, you know, it can be a challenging week, you know, it can be a week of remembrance. And you know, that kind of a, well, where were you when, you know. But the Judgment card, it strikes me as something as there's an opportunity this week. There's an opportunity this week to really dig deep within ourselves in order to take the gnarliness of the energy that's going on this week and use it to grow. Use the energy within ourselves to ascend the expectations that we place on ourselves. So it almost feels for me like there's a requirement almost within ourselves to reach higher, to reach beyond what we think is our absolute potential. You know, to go that step further for ourselves or maybe for somebody else. We've then got the 2 of Swords. And the 2 of Swords is that indecision, you know, should you, shouldn't you, yes, no, will I, won't I? And ultimately I always just say, doesn't matter if you say yes, doesn't matter if you say no, but just say one of them. You know, this kind of a limbo state, a state of limbo you've been in, thinking this week, where you don't know what decision to make, you don't know what's yes, what's no, you know, stay, go. Just like what I said, there will be a sense of peace that comes forward to you when you make the decision. You know, once you make that decision, stick to it. Don't judge yourself. Don't permit anybody else to judge you, because and the phrase that I'm getting through is people in glass houses shouldn't be throwing stones. So if you're feeling like kind of like you've not necessarily maybe done something that people think is the correct way to do something, and you've done something, maybe you've done an alternative way, you've found that for yourself, it works for you, then do it. Do not feel bad, because either make the phone call, don't make the phone call, send the email, don't send the email. But once you make that decision and come to that conclusion, then stick to it. Okay. And then we have got the hanging dragon. Now, it's not the hanged man or the hanged dragon. It is the hanging dragon. And I think that seems to be really quite important that I emphasise that point. And plus the fact is, like, this dragon doesn't look particularly stressed or particularly uncomfortable. It's like they're sleeping. They're resting. And that's an interesting perspective to take on it. There is a shield there, so it maybe kind of indicates that there might be somebody on the way to do something, or there might be somebody who has attempted to do something to this dragon and they haven't, because the dragon's just like, I'm just going to have a wee bit of a snooze. And that's what it feels like to me, like seeing things being not necessarily delusional or within an illusion. It seems more like you're just going to have a dream state. You're going to go for a sleep and have a dream. Have some dreams this week. And that could be it could be, the answer. See the decision that you need to make with this Two of Swords. It could be, the answer could be found within your sleep, within the dreamscape. So pay attention to your dreams this week if you do remember them. Like maybe sit, maybe put a wee bit of like a notepad and pen next to your bed, so that as soon as you wake up you can just scribble down notes, and don't worry about them being in the form of sentences or anything, even if it's just words, or if it's like kind of a visions that you see. Use that, just write it down. Or even if your phone lies beside your bed, maybe just open up the notes app, or the voice note. That's sometimes a better way, where you can just speak into it and you can almost keep your eyes closed and still almost still be in the dream, but you're able to speak what you're seeing. That's a technique that I'll sometimes use if it's a particularly vivid dream, and I've got the wherewithal to do that. It's not always possible, but again, if you have a dream and then it's like you don't manage to do that, then just accept, again, this judgment aspect. Don't judge yourself, but it's like understand that if you're able to remember the dream, then you're meant to remember it. But if it fades away, then that's okay, because its purpose was served. You're not supposed to remember it. Okay, my darlings, so have a wonderful week. Do your best, because that's all anybody can expect us to do. That's all we can expect to ourselves. And I will see you next week. Okay, take care, bye bye.